there's really no set amount that dealers mark up a used car. In the old days, and I come from the old days, in the old days, the way to advertise used cars is you had them sitting on your lot, and you could have the price on the windows or on the windshield, or you would advertise in your local newspaper. They had a thing called the classified section, and that's where people would look for autos for sale, and that's how dealers would advertise them. And back then, when I first started in the business in 1977, we would add up our cost on the car, and let's say we had a car that we traded for $2,000, and we spent another $652 to recondition it, to put it on the lot for sale. And we said, okay, well, we want to make $1,500, so we take 2 plus the $650, so we said $2,650, and we'd have so we go $41.99. $41.99 would become the selling price. People would come in, they would see that in the newspaper. They'd come in, they'd negotiate a little bit. We might end up making $1,000 or $1,200, and we were okay with that. Today, things have changed drastically. And what I mean by that is there's that thing called the internet. And the internet has changed everybody's world, and it has definitely changed the retail world for automobile dealers. Today, you don't advertise in a newspaper that you have a used car. You advertise on AutoTrader or Cars.com or KellyBlueBook.com or whatever it is, but everything's digital marketing today. And people have access to many more of the same type of cars. So dealers have to be more competitive in how they price them. And in order to do that, they have software that they utilize that help them appraise the cars. And what that software does is it instantly pulls up what the wholesale values have been of those cars that have run at the auctions, so that a dealer can go, okay, well, this Ford Mustang 2017 with about 30,000 miles on it, they've been going through the sale at $10,500. So the dealer knows that the car to him is probably worth $9,500 to $10,000 because he's going to have to recondition it, and that's an additional expense. Now, this software not only gives you an idea of what cars are worth, but will also suggest to you what you should sell them for. And what I mean by that is the most popular software for used cars, vAuto, has what they call velocity pricing. So you plug in what you own the car for with your reconditioning, and it'll tell you want to be somewhere between 95 and 98% of market value. So that's going to determine what you price the car for. And what that does is it means your car is going to be priced more competitively than other cars, because the concept is you want to turn your inventory as quickly as possible. So with that model, in today's world, the markup might be $2,000 or $2,500, maybe $3,000. It depends on the brand, it depends on the model, it depends on shortages and things of that nature. But I would say in today's world, from having done this for just 43 years now, that the average gross profit on a pre-owned car today is probably about $2,500. And that's just the profit from selling the car. That doesn't include the profit from financing or warranty sales or anything of that nature. Now, when you get into things like Ferraris and Lamborghinis and McLarens, and your markups on those cars could be $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 because there's really a limited supply, and probably in today's world much more demand than there ever will be. So there's just not enough cars to go around, so dealers can make a lot. But the difference is they're not selling those cars every 30 days. It might be 90 days or 120 days for some of those cars. So it takes a little longer to sell, so they're entitled to make more money. But The reality is that for an average car that most people are buying, the markup is going to be somewhere around $2,500. When everything's all said and done, about $2,500.